Yeah, this is the video now.
Alright, we're good.
Okay, we're going to start this off here. Profanity? We don't know, but we'll see how it plays out. Alright, let's begin. Now, we got Indians over in India, not Native American. Alright, we got this cleared up now.
So
basically a sun culture, like they're like, hey, we got sun. So we would survive if we were born Indian. But we're America, make America great again, Donald Trump. Okay, so if we were daughters, a lot of them would kill them or basically just get rid of them. Like did try and try again. So the families didn't really like it because the family that had a daughter was expected to pay for the wedding if they got married and expected to pay for everything, like give the groom land or some sort of dowry because they're on that system. So that included like a lot of domestic abuse inside the whole marriage thing. So when majority of the Indian homes never had cable, and when the introduction of cable came in, that let the families and stuff see the outside world, which dramatically dropped the domestic abuse inside the homes. So TV did have some sort of effect on the Indian culture.
And not only that, but the population in India was just depleting. Well, they had so many kids, but it was depleting because they couldn't really. The life expectancy was literally just legitly low. I mean, the population was poor, the corruption, the poor healthcare and everything like that just really killed everyone. And then only a few homes had electricity, so the ones who actually had a toilet and had good sanitation lived a little bit longer, but overall, I mean, they all just kind of died a poor lifestyle.
They have a similar like family and culture bit as China. Like they have a big strong sun preferred culture, but they've actually, like some places actually decided to give people incentives to have more children. So like the government will give people money and tax breaks if they have more kids, helping the whole country in the end.
And with the high risk of HIV and AIDS and just spreading all over Indian women and then the men, and it just kind of spreads around because it's just a big circle. I mean, it's just kind of how life worked over there. And really the only some scientists were able to actually help them, but the government had to actually ban abortions though they tried banning abortions and sex related. And
yeah, fun fact here, coming in at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 60% of Indian men are too small for the standard condom.
That doesn't matter.
Science.
All right. So incentives were a big part of prostitution. And that's where we come in and we ask the question, why are incentives such an easy way to get people just sucked into something? Well,
a lot of things get sucked in.
Incentives have always just been, just help people, I mean, get sucked into things. I mean, look at prostitution. I mean, as they compare, why have prostitution accounts not been fully taken care of? Because the cops would kind of get something out of it, so they wouldn't get anyone in trouble.
Well, that would work with the cops, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, you're getting some butt. So that's pretty much the whole incentive here, that they pay, but there's also like discounts, which kind of goes into this. So I can't find it here, but here we are. If you use a condom, you get a discount. If you do it outside, in and out quick, you get a discount. It's all depending. Like, they prefer you use condoms because it reduces the effect of STDs, AIDS, and kids.
Because birth control is expensive and they don't want to pay for it.
Well, the fact that if you get pregnant, no one's going to want to
pay for that.
No.
To be your kid?
No, have sex with a pregnant lady.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
That's that's also seasonal. And that brings the seasonal on why.
And the patriotic part.
Well, yeah.
Why patriotic prostitutes?
You could explain that, but the Santa Claus, the department store Santa Claus is likely to be like a prostitute because they're
prostitutes for Christmas. They come around like Christmas season and take advantage of a seasonal opportunity. Similar why they call it patriotic prostitutes is because they take advantage of 4th of July in the Chicago area where the studies were done. A lot of families have family reunions around the 4th of July period. And that's a high point for seasonal prostitutes. I don't do it all the time because it's not like, hey, I want to be a prostitute my whole life. That's why I got my degree in prostitutology, that this is only what they're going to do. They still have some family, and they try to keep it on the down low that, hey, I'm a prostitute. But they do it for extra side money, and it helps out some a bit. And then there we go.
But also, incentives are much like Colin's Rockstar. For doing this project in a reasonable amount of time, he gets an incentive, and that's energy to actually do the project, which is irrelevant. But as we go on to the next one, how does the baby's health outcomes relate to suicide bombers? Well, I mean, as it
Ramadan.
as it said in chapter 2, it was talking about how the hospitals had different ways of mainly technology had helped them.
So basically, also Ramadan falling into this category. It's basically they fast from sun up, like when the sun's shining, all bright, happy day, to good night. The sun goes down. So the majority of this happens every year after. It's 11 days prior than it was the year before. So there's times where it's in like August and July and stuff like that, that the mother, at times around the world, such as Yemen, the sunlight can be around 15 hours a day. So they're not eating or barely drinking for 15 hours a day. And that's having a major effect on the development of the baby. And that's why they're saying April and May, depending on when Ramadan falls, it could have a drastic effect on the development of the baby and their mind, their heart, and all the other effects. But yeah.
And it goes back to the entire thing of everyone wants quick, easy, and cheap ways of doing everything. So, I mean, if someone were to get, pregnant like a prostitute, I mean, it's quick and easy to get and cheap to get an abortion compared to having an actual baby, which costs over time hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
That doesn't also only go into that. It carries on into, again, the healthcare. As we got from the exit strategy, which was apparently related to the Hall of Fame baseball, she felt sorry for the older prostitutes being like big athlete or being like seated athletes. They just kind of thrown off to the side. No one really cares about them once they use them. So they're relating the bench warmer. Basically, they get time to practice, and then when it comes to the actual game, no one really cares about them because they only care about the big people. And by the big people, that relates as prostitutes for the family and the ones they actually love and care about, because they don't care about the prostitutes. They just kind of use them. And it goes into an entire entrepreneurship. I don't even know how you say that word.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, not only that, but there's also a lot more. Yeah, we're going to pause the video.